Personally, I'm really excited about seeing the NHRA's first non-Indy national event since COVID. In case you haven't heard, the NHRA returns to action in a couple of weeks at the NHRA Gatornationals, which we historically see in March. The drag racing's famous East Coast opener, I think, is one of the most important events on the schedule. And it's important for a lot of reasons. We talk about this a lot. The rich history and the tradition of the event, 5 decades of greatness at the Gatornationals, but it really is just a landmark happening. They call it the East Coast opener for a reason. It kind of, no matter how excited you get about Pomona and the Winter Nationals, obviously a big event, don't get me wrong. The Winter Nationals, the NHRA stops in Phoenix and Las Vegas, all fantastic, don't get me wrong. But there's something different about racing at the Gatornationals and what that event signifies. And I think maybe it's because, for me, being a big door car guy, the pro mod season has always started at the Gatornationals. So for me, that's almost like, for me personally, as a fan, that's like when the season starts in a lot of ways. But it's really, there's so much history there. The first 300-mile-per-hour run, Kenny Bernstein in 1992. It wasn't that long ago that they tore the whole place up and made it, poured concrete from start to finish. An all concrete surface in September to me means badass racing. I expect to see a bunch, records set, incredible performances across the board, and I'm just so glad to see that event continue. It's going to be fun to watch like the differences in how the NHRA handles things. I mean, they're in their backyard in Indiana, right? They've got a base of operations there. They've got a lot of practice of putting on events there here over the course of the last couple months. Now they're going to another facility that they own, but way out of their wheelhouse, right down in Florida. And it's going to be interesting to see all the little nuances. But I'm just so glad this race is happening, man. It's such a big deal, especially for those local fans. If you haven't been to the Gatornationals, I would argue that the drag racing fans in Gainesville, Florida, may well be the best we have, the best that exist. No matter where you go in Gainesville, and I'm not saying it's Chicago or some huge city, but no matter where you go, Outback, the gas station, wherever you go, people know why you're there. Like if you're wearing a crew shirt or if you're wearing a Drag Illustrated polo or whatever, people know exactly what that means. You're in town for the Gators. And I just think that's awesome, the way the town has rallied around this event for years and years and years and made it a real happening on the calendar. So I'm super excited to see the NHRA roll into Gainesville. I don't know that I'll ever get used to, I won't allow this to be part of my new normal, right? I'm not gonna see the Gatornationals in September, hopefully ever again, but I am excited about what it represents. Great air, great time of year, great time to go drag racing. So kudos to the NHRA for getting this race off and bringing drag racing to the people, the fine folks in Gainesville, Florida again in 2020, despite every possible reason not to.